right, welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of World News. I think I found some pretty interesting things. Hopefully, you guys will like it. You guys see Connor on the left side of me, maybe right side on you, on however you're watching this. He might be on above me and the bottom of me. And what's cool is, guys, just real quick on a World News status, Connor Bigfoot Anon will be on Space Out Radio this Sunday. So that's cool. That's awesome. And, you know, because Sunday's a special day, right? Listen, it's not every year when you wake up in the morning on a Sunday and it's just not your birthday. You're sharing your birthday with all the mothers in the world, all the fantastic mothers. You know, when you're all opening your presents, hopefully I get to open up my presents along with you. Yeah. Actually, guys, real quick, one year, my wife bought me a gift to get a massage thing at a fancy massage thing next to her workplace. She got me this gift. And that year, my birthday falls on Mother's Day. And so, you know, she scheduled it for Sunday on my birthday. And I remember going in there, and it was all women in there. And you could tell they're all mothers. You could tell that they're being pampered, right? And they were looking at me. They didn't say it out loud, but they were looking at me like, who the fuck is this guy getting a massage when it's Mother's Day, when it's our day? I'm serious. I mean, if you guys were there, if you saw the eyes, you could tell they're like, of all days, you're going to pick this day. And it's like, and I wanted to say, well, fucking women, hey, it's my birthday, okay? What, I don't get to have a massage, and who cares? And all that. And one last nerd, this is just a fast nerd talk. The very first episode of Star Trek, Meet New Worlds, whatever the fuck it's called. It was on, so I checked it out. You know, this is Captain Pike, the ones prior to Captain Kirk, the one who technically convinced Captain Kirk to sign up to Starfleet to become a captain. So it's in that. So it's another prequel. So I watched the first episode, and one of the complaints that I actually made on Wednesday that, you know, prequels, okay, you know, you're going back. All right. I mean, there's some interesting stories. Like, I won't lie to you, say I'm not excited for Obi-Wan Kenobi, because I am. But that is a prequel, right? So I'm watching it, and it's like, you know, Pike has to go back in space, but his science officer happens to be Spock. And then he has a prodigy, Hera. I'm sitting there like, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that, because anybody knows Star Trek. Star Trek is about Captain Kirk and Spock. The connections that they've made throughout their lives in the movies. You know, it's that friendship. You know, and in your mind, you thought, you know, their first real travel was together from the beginning. You know, when Captain Kirk goes to the boot camp, wherever you want to call it, and he met Spock there. He's like one of the teachers. Then you're like, what? Spock has already been in space with Pike? And then Pike's character is supposed to be like Captain Kirk in a way. You know, he was a wild gun himself. That's why he liked Captain Kirk. So I'm thinking, wow, that's rare. Spock gets the first two captains he has were these wild men. You know, and Hera, you know, when you watch the Star Trek movie, the JJ movie, she went to boot camp with Captain Kirk, where they all went to boot camp together. And she wasn't even the position she was in that ship. She was like something else. But Captain Kirk said, hey, she found this, and whatever happened, she got the job on that movie. But she's already got the job. She's a prodigy. And I'm like, listen, the show's already made. I'm like, I don't mind if they're going to go back, but can't Pike have his own team? Do you have to? Like, mine and a Spock? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much of it, but it's just like you and I were talking about Star Trek Discovery. Like, I kind of didn't like that the main star is Spock's sister. It's like, does everybody have to be related?
Right.
You know, can't anybody have their own show? I mean, I don't know.
What actor is playing Spock in the new show?
I don't recognize him.
So it's a new actor.
It's a whole new actor. It's not the original crew, because I think they're still in talks to do a Star Trek 4 with the original crew. Cool. Minus the one actor who died in real life. And then, but I mean, it's a little nerd talk. I apologize, people, but I don't know, man. I get tired of, you don't have to have a connection. And now in my mind, when I see Spock, I'm not thinking of Spock and Captain Kirk anymore. Oh, Spock was with Pike. Okay. So when they were flying together in those newer movies, well, Spock already kind of knew what to do because he was already with Pike. So it's one of those little things. It's one of those little weird things. It's like even Star Wars, everybody likes the Sokka character, which I don't mind. But then, in a way, you think about, what? You mean Anakin had a Padawan himself? Okay. In none of the movies, in the prequels, he had no Padawan, never talked about one. She's a cool character, but okay, right. You want to create characters. And then where are all these characters in the movies, right? Because I was thinking of Search for Spock when the dad said, you got to go up there and get we got to find and bring Spock's body back. Wouldn't you think if he had a sister, even though it's adopted sister, she would have went? She would have found out where Spock was? I don't know. It's a little thing. It's just a little thing. It's a little nerd talk. But before we get into the Bigfoot, this is technically Bigfoot, but it's not Bigfoot. The Squatching Cowboy, just like Matt and Connor, they make some fucking kick-ass commercials, trailer. I can't show you guys a trailer. Matt actually sent me a preview of a trailer. It looks fucking awesome. But Squatching Cowboy made a small little trailer about getting subscribers. I thought it was fucking badass. I mean, guys, check this out. This is about getting subscribers. I love this.
So you're the guy they tell me about, the one's been watching my videos and not subscribing. Well, I need you to real slowly reach over here so slow I can count the hairs on the back of that hand. And hit that subscribe button. And don't you dare forget to hit that notification bell.
I just had to show that because I love the work because it wasn't just the short video getting subscribers, right? The how the almost like black and white and stuff, how he comes out in the outfit. That's fucking effort and work. It reminds me a lot of your Yeti video, which on TikTok, I actually have that program to be shown on my channel today.
Awesome.
I think 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I do set up time. So, I got a question real quick for Oracles and Beyond. I know Oracles and Beyond does a reading on Sunday, and I'm planning to bring out the Sith Lord Gypsy to do a reading on Sunday, an hour before their show, kind of like a pre-show to their show. So if you guys want to see the Gypsy card reading, I'm not going to be doing it on the news channels anymore. That was just a little sample. I'm going to be doing that this Sunday, hanging out with all the mothers in the world, birthday boy too, I'm so glad that I'm not in my 50s yet. I'm still young in heart. So beyond that,
yeah.
But Connie, for you making yourself commercials, even that short little commercial, it takes some work.
Oh yeah.
To find that look. I mean, guys, just look at the look here. He's got that black and white perfectly. And look at the outfit. And where is this at? Where is that building? I mean, look at that. Got a hole in the middle.
It's definitely Texas, That's some cowboy, bad boy right there. I like it. But yeah, man, what he's saying is you're watching my video and you're not subscribed. And it's crazy to think, like, when you look at the analytics, mine is like 54% subscribers and like 46% unsubscribers watching. And whenever I watch it and I'm somewhat involved or influenced, I subscribe right away. Like, it's nothing to me, it's free. Soon it's going to cost money to watch YouTube. It's going to cost money to survive. So it's going to cost money to survive. Yeah, it's going to cost money to subscribe. So do it while it's free, guys. Subscribe.
I do I do have a subscription in YouTube, and the main reason was my son had his own. We didn't even know it. My other son had his own, and another person had its own in this house. So you're thinking about 15. You're talking $45 worth of subscription to YouTube. I'm like, guys, why not just combine into one? Because you can have 6 accounts on one. Why pay the individual price? So I actually set it up on purpose because they already had it. And yeah, and it is kind of cool, not just because commercial free, is the music you get with it. I love music. And, you know, if you're going to have a music, a subscription somewhere, I mean, why not on YouTube in a way? Just because everybody else had it. And and then the funny thing is, and I said, but everybody, give me your part of the cost. If it's 15, it's just, there's 3 of you, 5. You know what, people? I haven't seen a fucking dollar from any one of them. So I made it cheaper for them to the point it's free.
At least you're saving the family money at the end of the day.
But it is my kid, so I mean, it's just I don't know. We live in that weird world. But here's Bigfoot. All right. The first video is from our friend of the channel, Journey to the Center. He kind of made a video talking about it's about a picture about the famous 2012 Alberta Bigfoot photo. And I don't mind watching videos about photos. You know, when you get a little history, it's kind of like when you watch Connor do his trails, he tells you kind of the history of the area. And to me, that's more compelling sometimes than, finding a footprint. I know it's weird, but I love hearing history and the story with your surroundings. And I thought it was very cool. So here's our friend of a channel.
Bigfoot's ability to captivate the world for decades owes no small thanks to his legendary evasiveness. We've yet to capture one, and quality evidence only comes out every so often, but in 2012, we may have gotten some proof of the paranormal primate. Too much info on this pic, but for a little backstory, this photo was taken in Alberta, Canada in 2012 by a game trapper, but shared by a woman going by the name Penny. It's unknown if that's her actual name or a pseudonym. According to Penny, I know this person. They're a dog sledder, and would no way be the type to try to fool around with fake pictures. They actually think it's a bear and a cub, but for some reason they only have one photo. Strange. As you can see, it looks to be a Bigfoot seen from behind, propped up on its arm, with its legs laying out in front of it. As far as my thoughts on the photo go, the perspective makes it a little tricky to scale the figure's size to the nearby foliage, but I lean pretty strongly towards it being real. A lot of people, including Penny, have said that the photo is 2 bears at a weird angle, but frankly, I've never been able to see it. Now, I could very well be wrong, but all I've ever seen is a Bigfoot sitting up with its legs turned to the side. The figure does look pretty large and seems to have the lack of a neck that a lot of eyewitnesses report. Like with many photos, there are going to be people who ask the photographer why they only took one pic, but whether it's Bigfoot or 2 bears, I don't know too many people who would stick around to get better lighting for a second shot. If anyone who thinks it is 2 bears could explain how they see this, please do so, because I've known about this pic for years and I've never been able to see that. So, what do you think? Genuine bear or genuine Bigfoot?
Okay, now, first of all, I mean, right off the bat, I'm looking at the picture. Even if you don't think it's Bigfoot or not, that's not 2 bears. The fucking arm, I can't see any shape of that as a bear. If a bear stretches out with his leg and arms, that arm base is way too big. So even if you don't think it's a Bigfoot, that is not bears.
I think I don't think it's a bear, but how it could be a bear is to the left side. that one is like the back side of it, maybe like the mama bear, so we see its butt. And then the one to the right, the mask to the right, that's a baby one, and it kind of looks like you can maybe see shadows of ears, but it also might just be the foliage in the back. I think, it's a Sasquatch. I've loved this photo ever since 2012, but, I like to analyze too. But that's how maybe they see it as a bear, but I see it as a Bigfoot, like turned the other way, like opposite.
Well,
and it even has like the cone shape to like the back of the head.
Brown
But it's a very interesting photo.
Ray Brown disagrees with you. That's just Connor after 7 days in the field.
Let me know in the comment section below.
Hold on. Is that Connor after 7 days in the field without shave?
Yeah. That's my armpits. I'm actually not that hairy of a guy. So I feel like that's why they feel comfy with me out there, because I can't hide any knives in my hair, but who knows inside my locks.
I'm like you. I got no hair on my chest, no hair on the back, nothing. I mean, I like I said, I have problems growing if I won't try to grow a beard. I don't, And luckily I still have hair on top. I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, you got to appreciate that. Man, there's a lot of great people from the community that's here. You do a little fast shout out and play the next video. I want to shout out to Spooky Morales. Great, awesome. Man, he invited me on to talk to this guy Thursday. This guy had Ghostbusters toys. I mean, his name was Dan. He had kick-ass Ghostbuster toys and Spooky on Instagram. So, hey, Eric, jump backstage. You'll like this guy. At Ghostbuster pack. I love people when they have toys. Doesn't matter what age you are. Doesn't matter if you're a kid, you're a grown-up. I love when people have toys. It just tells me they're a fun person and all that. Justin from Australia, my boy. Janita, Terry Brown, who supports the channel. North Alabama Cryptid. He's supposed to be coming out with a live show soon, and I'll be checking that out. He told me about. You got Judy Wheeler. And man, she's always so nice to me when she's in other chats, other channels. She makes sure everybody does. But she really does make sure, and I love that. Suzanne Ann, a supporter of the channel, always appreciation. And then Drake C. I wish I could say that I need part my hair just to take a dump. Okay. Daily Dan, Chris Javas. Let me see. Did I miss anybody else? If I missed other people,
Jeremiah from Bigfoot Society just popped in, and Eric, Eric's twin right here, and Justin. Yes, that picture, the Sasquatch or supposed Sasquatch was definitely turning away from it. But yeah, it's an interesting one. And Buck from Journey to the Center is a really cool, dude. He's been on this channel long ago, and he puts in a lot of time on Instagram and TikTok.
And now this next video is a couple who actually just walking through a Bigfoot festival. And I love stuff like that, because when you see festivals, that means you got people who believe. And sometimes there's nothing better than seeing that. Oh, I forgot too much information. He's a supporter of the channel and all that, and I appreciate it. So this is just a couple walking through their Bigfoot party outside. I love this kind of stuff.
All right, guys. Hey, we are in Marion, North Carolina today, and we have gotten wind that there's been Bigfoot sightings today in town. So we're gonna go check it out and see if we can find any.
I bet you we'll find a couple.
We'll see.
Let's go.
There's a Bigfoot crossing sign in North Carolina. But I love this is a town that's having fun with it. And this is what we need more of. That's kind of cool. That's a famous picture. The guy who makes them.
That's nice art.
Yeah. That's why I love this stuff. I mean, just the effort that people put out, it's good vibes. Bigfoot and aliens. They mixed it. I love stuff like that. Look at all these people. Bigfoot costume, just walking around.
Dang, that's some good natural Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Costume right there.
I'm showing this, guys. It's good vibes. Good vibes. We believe.
Bigfoot's just too elusive.
I love her accent too.
I think I hear some Bigfoot screaming. Wait.
And what I liked, I'm going to press play again. What I liked about this couple is I didn't show the video. I actually sent them a message. Said, hey, I like what you guys did there. May I show it? She responded, said, yes, go for it. I love when people are open about it because you got to watch out from individual channels. Those are the ones who actually go after you, believe it or not. But she's like, yeah, show it. Have fun with it. I want to give her a shout out.
I love how they're making it like a fantasy aspect.
We're looking for Bigfoot. We've already spotted a few. Let's see how many more we can get.
Okay.
You're having fun with it, you know? Love it.
See, Bigfoot creates smiles, man. At the end of the day.
And you're saying there's no believers out there?
They're all over the place.
Bigfoot, is that you? Oh, no.
A dog man?
That's a cutie.
It's fun, man. They're just having fun.
Look at him. He's head and shoulders above the crowd.
There's another one too.
Oh my gosh. Who even knew?
They're
Oh my
everywhere.
gosh, they are. Wow. Oh my gosh, everyone knows. Look at him. Terrifying. All right, that's it for this week's video. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed us taking you around downtown Marion to the Bigfoot Festival.
Please be sure to hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, and their link will be on there. You guys should definitely click on that link and say, hey, thank you for showing us that, because it just shows that these festivals, there are festivals that are Bigfoot themes. There's some paranormal themes, UFO themes, and they're just fun people having a good time. You know, I wish that Connor and I could be, you know, sponsored by groups and stuff and be able to go to every single one and show you guys live. I mean, man, can you imagine myself and Connor walking around those places? I mean, we would have cameras on and just, you guys know Connor. He'll be like finding the biggest rock, standing up and really preaching the good vibes to the people.
Yes.
Oh, where's the link? Oh, I always put the link after the show's done. And the only reason is because I don't want people to see the videos before they come here. That's the main reason. After the video's up, I usually try to sit down real quick, put the links in. So that's why. I just want people to watch it here first, because otherwise you just watch the link. You don't need to see me, this ugly face. You can just watch it. So that's good vibes and all that. And guys, that's what grows communities. There's been lately, I'm not going to get into no rants or nothing, but lately there's been, but I've seen of older Bigfoot people out there that's bashing on other people, not liking the new generation in a way, and they keep saying the wrong thing. What I mean is by the wrong thing is they're saying that we are, and I got an email basically saying myself and Connor is embarrassing the Bigfoot community. And the thing is, the Bigfoot community have grown more in the last 4 or 5 years than it's ever had. And it's not because of the 20-year research. No, nothing against them. Nothing against them at all. But it's because the newer generation. It's because people like Connor. Then now you got people like Matt, the younger generation. Listen, you're not going to grow communities with the same ages in the 50s and 60s, 70s. It's like they say in the old Star Treks. I hate to say this, they die out. To grow communities, you have to bring in the young people, because that's where you're going to spread it around. Older you get, you die off. It's the circle of life. It's people like Connor and Matt, their documentaries that everybody's making, getting it out there and talking to people in an energetic way. Listen, when I go to cons now, I get bored when I listen to a person that just Yes, it was a night on 1978. I walked in the woods. I heard urination on the right. And then I saw this creature. I'm sorry, that's not for me. But when I go in there and see Connor, like, oh my God, guys, I was in there, man. I was just hearing these things to left and right. And I want, you know what I mean? I mean, the movements, its energy is what keeps me there. So when you hear shit like that the community is being laughed at or joked, no, it's not. It's being grown more than ever. These cons are selling out more than they ever had. It's because of the young people. I always tell people, support the young people. If you are an older person who's in the community, have them come on in. I love doing episodes like Young Guns because they are the keys to grow the community, and I support them 100%. So I support everything that Connor does because he's going to grow more people in the community than I can ever will. Why? He's younger. That's a fact. Embrace it. So that's not a rant. That's just saying good, positive things that the communities are growing more than ever, thanks to people like yourself.
They definitely are, man, in all platforms, podcasts, TV shows, even just real life things around colleges, paranormal and strange creatures are being talked about at a higher level by more widespread people. There's girls, there's boys, there's young people, there's old people, there's jocks, there's nerds. All of us appreciate it because we know there's something more beyond it. And when people say, oh, you're making embarrassment of the community, or these two fighting is really bad for the Bigfoot community, that's why they don't take it serious. I don't look at things like that because the outlook is so big that even one horrible incident is not going to change or ripple nothing. So those people that seek us out, and at least they said it in an email that was private, respect to that.
That's why I don't give names. I don't give names out.
Because they could have came out publicly and said that and tried to get some mob mentality going, because that feeling is addictive. You just want rage and fury, especially when the rest of the world is buying into it. But you have to stand on your own 2 feet and be strong. So respect that person for doing it privately, but I laugh at that opinion as well.
I know. And when you look at the numbers, it just does not prove their points at all. It's growing more than ever. You go to these cons, look around. Look at the average age. There are people in their 30s and 20s and kids. That's where your growth is.
Oh, yeah. It's the youth.
Always will. Always will. Now we're going to be jumping over to the paranormal. Let me see. Ooh, I got on the wrong banner. There we go. I am sloppy today. Alrighty, got some pretty interesting. These are footages. These are footages of. Is it paranormal? Is it not? These are apparently the 2 different footages I'm going to show, supposedly caught on Ring cameras. Now that's up to you what you want to believe. Now the first one is inside of a house, and it says caught by a Ring camera. I'm like, a Ring camera inside the house? Okay. I know mostly Ring cameras for outside, but I guess people do have cameras on the inside if they're gone and stuff to make sure people break in, they can see what they're doing, I guess. But here's the first one. This is where's my here it is. This one is actually about an orb, a real spirit orb. It's all it does. But the title of it is called Real Spirit Orb. Now, me looking at it, I have questions because if you notice, there's a flashing at the door all the way to the right. Let me see if we get that flashing. Right there. Is that like somebody back there doing a flash to make it look better or something. And then I've seen orbs, but if that's a real orb, and I can't prove that it is or not, that's the most clearest orb that I've ever seen. I mean, that is a bright white orb that there's no question that's not dust.
It looks like there's plasma inside it too. And that motion at the end is real. So like either it's computer generated or it's an orb. And I think the lights in the back are like a television going on. And that weird ringing that happened, I don't know if that was some like natural condo noise or it was some kind of interference. But it's really cool. At first I was kind of laughing at it because it just started right in the middle. We got no 1 second before, like, oh, right when it appears, just like, okay, front and center. Yep. But it is pretty interesting. And it's pretty big. Look at that. If you put it onto the couch, it's as long as a cushion. So that's a foot long. Yeah.
And Judy, I was saying that too. Perfectly perfect, because that's like the most perfect orb you can really see, right? It's bright. It's right in your face, and then, of course, the top left, it's ring.com. So they have a Ring camera. But, hey, listen, can I prove it? No. Can I not prove it? No. I mean, anybody can make things with nowadays on film and camera, but I can't prove it or not prove it. So it's kind of interesting. Now, this next one is actually Poltergeist activity kind of camera. And it's you want to watch the whole thing because it's a chair movement, but at first I'm thinking, oh, somebody could move it here, but then it does a thing again, and then kind of like again. So I'm like, okay, now that's harder to fake, because I'm thinking of real fake. I'm sorry, I always play the skeptic side, but check this out. It does take a little bit, people. I apologize, but it's a Ring camera, so they want to show. It was 19 degrees last night, so I had my door closed and a small heater. Oh. It's going to be the chair on the right. I'm out of coffee. Okay. So it moved right there. So the first thing I thought was, then it moved again like that. So it's going to move again too. Takes a little bit, people. Ghost takes their time. They're not on our time. What's all these dogs barking? Probably all the rabbits I have in my backyard.
Yeah, cryptid rabbits.
Oh, I do. Yeah. So
that's interesting.
It is interesting because right here, when you start from here, the first thing go my mind is, oh, somebody could have moved it because you can't see the bottom of the chair, right? That's the first thing I'm thinking. Somebody moved it. Okay. So that's the first part I'm thinking. Somebody moved it. And then it will move again. So right there, I'm thinking, okay, somebody pushed it from behind that white part because you can't see it.
And I was thinking it's possible that someone's way back in the back hallway with like a rope that is somehow, invisible on camera. And the angle that first pull could have maybe done, and then that second pull, maybe. But then I would think it would be straight back in the hallway. But then it pulls it, directly to the rightward. So it's interesting, and I don't think it would be possible to pull it on a rope from like right where it's about to go.
And I agree with fishing lines work wonders, but it's kind of cool because the last part goes there and it goes like there. So listen, we can't prove that it's real. We can't prove that it's not real. And if it's not real, they did a pretty good job. That's how I look at it, or is it the real thing? Because, sometimes people, we want things to be real to the point where sometimes we'll make it not real because we want it to be real on purpose so we don't look like we're part of that group. Like, that's all real. But you never know. Yeah,
it definitely looks interesting.
Nothing is 100% real unless you're the person that's seeing it for yourself. I mean, that's for everybody.
Justin asked to see the first one more time, just the first movement.
The first movement? Sure. This is why we're here. Door closed and my nightstand. I suppose that's why I never heard any of this going on. This was insane. And I'll have the links up for these videos after the show, guys, and you can just dissect it all you want. And it's from a channel that I'm friends with, too. So, I mean, I'm not saying that means anything, but...
You know the person that recorded this?
The person who found this.
Oh, okay.
He's American Paranormal Society. And he, according to them, they only put stuff that they think that's more on the real side versus the fake side. And I'm not here to say they're right or wrong. It's interesting enough when I saw this video, like, okay, moved here. Somebody could push it. Okay. Then it moved again. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if somebody faked all that, that's pretty good. Because they did it in 3 different times. And when it's way back there, it's a little harder. Because if you have a string, I wish we could go there ourselves and try to reenact it ourselves. Like, if, you and I make that movement, can we do it? But of course. So, guys, what do you think? Do you guys like that? It's one of those, like, could be not. But the best part of the show is it's up to you guys. I don't care.
For the next paranormal topic, could you go to my Instagram?
You got it.
Heck yeah. I had an eventful day yesterday. I went to Lake Powell, which is home of a lake monster that attacked a water skier in 1958. And then I also went to Camp St. Helen State Park. And that's where my aunt actually volunteers. Really cool. And that place is known for 3 ghost stories. One of Rose, that was a young girl that got killed by Indians, and she is seen on moonlit nights walking the beach. And then Captain Phillips was heard inside the log house saying, "This is my home. Get out of here." And then the third ghost is Little Gigi. Margaret Hicks, she owned the state park, the camp. And then her grandson, Lil Gigi, he used to like going out on the dock. Well, one time he was left unaccompanied and fell off the dock, fell in the water, sadly passed away. And now fishermen will see a little kid sitting on the docks with his feet dangling, just enjoying himself from time to time. So it was really cool that I got to kayak out there. I went swimming in the Gulf. I went fishing. It was a magical time. But I was mostly out there for the Lake Powell monster. And that first video, we'll talk about it a little bit. Looking for the sea serpent. There's some people doing some jet skis and some water skiing. So it was perfect time for the creature to be alert. I didn't really say much history on Lake Powell because paddling around looking for the sea serpent.
No, but that's cool.
Yeah, I saved the information one for the YouTube, but I'm super excited, and that's my next book coming out, The Panhandle Pirates, and it talks about the Pensacola serpent. And what do you think? It's probably related right here to the Lake Powell monster as well. So it was all just following up on more research, and not a lot of people know about that creature. So it was really cool, and I'll send you the article. So hopefully you can, show the article here on one of the news. Yeah, Vortex Springs. That's where Ben McDaniel went missing, sadly. There's a picture of me and you, the 5th one.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Me, you, Bob, and S4. I really like S4, man.
Oh,
He's got that spooky Morales vibe. I like him.
And one of his videos is going to be in the UFOs because we're going to be going on his channel Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then, you guys want to see the cutest picture ever? This is the cutest picture ever. Look at that.
Aww.
Look at that, people.
Yeah.
That's my dog. Look at that lazy little son of a bitch and has that tongue sticking out. Sometimes I always make a joke like I want to take scissors and cut the tongue off. I would never do that. But sometimes I feel like, man. And I learned that bulldogs have to sleep with their tongue out. That's how they breathe. It helps
Wow.
to breathe, believe it or not.
I actually cut my tongue with scissors when I was a kid. I had scissors in my mouth. Isn't that crazy? Like looking back at it now, no wonder much doesn't hurt.
That's funny. Here we go on the UFO. All right, guys. Now, hold on. I'm hitting refresh on this one page because so far, guys, there's only 24 likes. And right now, there's 25 people watching. So there's more people than likes. So unless we're lazy, we can't hit the like button. What the hell's wrong with you guys? Hit that like button. It's the most easiest thing to do. Or if you don't like us, but hate me, hit the dislike. But my question is, why are you here if you don't like me? But, but hit that like button. I'm serious, guys. Hit the like button. And then at the end of the show, leave a comment, any kind of comment. Say, hey, great show, bad show. Hey, can you show this? Write something. It's very easy to. Here we go. This first one is actually from Anthony on his channel. He just released it too, and he allows me to show his stuff that's released, and that's cool. Most people are like, hey, I just released it. Can you wait 2 weeks? And that's fine. That's great. I understand that. But he's like, hey, I came out with something. You show it. You can do it. He just wants people to see it. So here we go. And this one's called TR3B Capture. TR3B Capture. We're being on his channel this Tuesday, 5 p.m.
Hello everyone, Anthony from Unidentified S4 here. Check out this amazing capture by Jason Sirachi. He captured a TR3B, or what appears to be a TR3B, with his night vision while he was out skywatching. Check out this video, it's amazing.
See right there. Got the 3 lights.
That's really cool.
That is cool. And what I like about Anthony, he reminds me a lot of Connor, of the passion he has in the Bigfoot. Connor has passion for all communities, paranormal, but Connor really has the passion for Bigfoot. And Anthony's like him. He has passion for all communities too. But UFO is his thing.
Yeah.
And when you see that passion, they want, they're looking. May 4th, guys. May 4th be with you.
That's amazing.
Of course, the government will say, oh, those are satellites. Oh, those are probably Elon Musk satellites.
Dina Parker's here right now. She got some awesome footage this morning of the SpaceX flight over Florida. The whole sky was like a portal. It was really cool. Evan D, Occult 45. It was really cool waking up and seeing like 15 wild footage of like all my friends in that part of Florida.
Took my niece out for her first skywatch ever, and the kid spots 2 illuminated craft over the ocean.
And what I like about Anthony is that he hunts down great UFO footage, and then he gets his own. And I feel like that's what I represent too. Cassie coming in clutch.
Or anything like that.
So tomorrow during my reading, you'll get the first reading.
The footage is pretty cool, so have
you'll
a
get
look.
the Sith Lord Gypsy tomorrow. I'll do my reading before your show. I'm gonna be the warm up, Cassie, before your show. That's awesome work.
Hey Eric, is the rain? Can you hear the rain right now in my house?
Yeah, I can hear the rain, but it's kind of hard for me to know if it's your rain because it's raining here too.
Okay, I just don't want to be a distraction, but it is like a national, like an emergency, so it's kind of cool. It's a real storm. It's not just rain.
No. It's let's see here. I know you can't really see, but it's a wet
Oh yeah, you live in Seattle. I live in Florida. Honestly, the two rainiest places in America.
I know.
I don't know if that's like by the book, but that's by my book.
I know. I come from Fresno where there's like no rain. I live in mostly drought. And then you go to Washington, it's all fucking. Well, it's not that it's all rain. Listen. I live on the East Coast for the longest time. My wife is from the East Coast. I actually lived in New York. I lived in New Jersey with the Coast Guard. I lived in Maryland. And I'm saying that it actually, my opinion, it rains more over there than it really does here. What it is in the East, it just rains hard. I mean, it rains, thunders. Here, we get rain, but it's like lighter, but it might be like more hours versus that fast rain in Florida, like paring down rain. And then it goes away. Here's the sun. And I saw that in Maryland. Here, it rains. It basically rains all day. It is what it is. Now, this next one's kind of cool, guys. It's actually really short. It's called Did You See It? Viewer Spots. Another newscaster doing a show, and they saw this light. So it's like a 30-second clip, but then I took it, then I slowed it down to see that light, and then I try to zoom in even more, best I can, to see what that light's coming up. What's interesting is, with this you're going to see is, it doesn't go down, it goes up. Here we go. Oh, got it. That's the wrong one. That's
Justin. It's a tornado watch here right now.
Just give yourself that
little
bit of extra time for your morning. But here's a look at how things are doing on 95 and Emerson. Things are smooth. Earlier, there was a minor crash there that was blocking the shoulder, but as you can see here, northbound, southbound looking better than ever. Safe travels, and let's look at your Keith Person Toyota time saver traffic.
That little bit of extra time.
He's starting right there at the light.
But here's a look at how things are doing on 95 and Emerson.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Now, I slowed it down. I zoomed in much as I can.
Here's a look at how things are doing on 95 and Emerson. Things are.
I thought it was interesting because it wasn't going up. It wasn't going down. It was going up, and it was a blue color. Here, I'll just zoom into the part that I zoomed in on. You see, okay, you see the light, you see the Florida 511, and this is actually in Florida, people, and you scroll down the 511. Do you see the little light blue? Just watch it how it goes up.
For your morning. But here's a look at how things are doing on 95 and Emerson. Things are
outside.
And that was caught during a news show. You know, so you could probably say, you know what, Eric, that looks more like an orb.
That's what I was thinking, like a spirit. At first, I was like, oh, that's like a sweet like rocket ship, spaceship going. But then you rewatch it, you see it takes off from like pretty close down there up front of the trees. But yeah, that's down there. I'm pretty sure in Dade County, like Miami area, and Miami has a lot of spirits because of the cartel and stuff like that. But I'm not sure what that was, man. It still could be a cloaked spaceship or something too.
Yeah, it could be. I thought it was interesting enough. I love it when they're just doing a newscast and they catch these on cameras when somebody wasn't looking for it. I thought it was cool. It's a question. And of course, I always like take those little clips and try to zoom in much as I can, get it closer, because when you look at the first here, it's hard to know where to find it at, because it's so fast. She's talking, and then there it is. It starts right there, and it goes up.
Wow. And I'm sure Nana Boss, she just popped in here. I'm sure she's been on I-95 probably within the last week. So it's really funny that her hometown newspaper or hometown news station is going on right when she pops in. Everything's correlated. It's like, Eric, when you popped this video on yesterday onto the lineup, did you know that, the hometowner was going to show up right when? Boom, boom, boom. It all correlates when you're in the right spot.
All right, guys, we're going to be jumping over to the Mandela Effect. Today is going to be on Joe Rogan, mentions Mandela Effect on the Ford logo. So this is his group talking about a little bit about the Mandela Effect on the Ford logo. And then let me see, where is it here?
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
I am your father.
Oh, I did forget to mention that last footage you just saw, that just happened 8 days ago in Florida. That is not 5 years, 10 years ago. That was actually a recent UFO thing, just 8 days ago. So if that matters to anybody, some people are like, well, I only care what happened lately. Well, if you do, then that was just like 8 days ago. So that's pretty cool. Congratulations to Florida for succeeding DeSantis. Well, okay. I don't even know who really DeSantis is. But if you live in Florida, that's cool.
He's our governor. He's been fighting for everybody. And he's the one that is stopping, all the schools from teaching our kids inappropriate stuff. And he's really fighting for humanity.
Okay. Like I said, I don't live there. So, I don't even care for our governor in this fucking state.
You'll know him soon. He's going to be our next president, probably. And that's what sucks, because then we won't have a good governor down here in Florida. They're going to, swoop in and then be like, oh, we're taking back Florida. But yeah, he is the bomb. Notaboss.com.
Okay, here we go.
Going around the internet a while ago that the evidence of multiple universes that we pop in and out of different realities,
right.
Like the fact that it's
a multiverse.
Like
That's
the Ford logo. Let's say, do you recognize this part of the Ford logo? And they say most people never noticed it. There's a weird little squiggle in the F.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the FedEx thing blows people's minds too.
Yeah.
What's that? It's the arrow. What arrow?
Oh,
exactly. Bring up FedEx. You'll never not see the arrow again.
Yeah, same thing with the Ford logo. It's like there's Ford, it's not a normal
so it's all
F.
perceptions. It's like it's been there the whole time, and I didn't know there was an arrow there.
Yeah, there are people who insist that.
The FedEx arrow is really.
Oh, interesting. Okay, but that's an accidental arrow.
No.
You think so?
They designed it in there.
They did.
Where's the arrow?
They definitely designed it right there.
Oh yeah, right there.
The white part?
Yeah.
That's an arrow.
Oh, yeah.
Now you never see it again. Or never not see it again.
I know, it's funny.
Huh.
But I mean, that could be like the universe,
here's
right?
the Ford. Yeah,
What's the Ford thing?
The little squiggle in the F.
Jesus.
Why is that a squiggle? Why is it squiggle?
I never saw that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It actually
makes an F like that?
Yeah, that means it actually spells fjord.
Yeah.
Or Ford.
Ford.
Is that an I? What is it?
Why would they squiggle that?
Why did they do that?
Oh, it's not there.
Didn't used to do that. Interesting.
See, it's
the
stuff that's right in front of you that you don't even know.
Right, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the people who insist that Mandela died in jail.
So was there always a squiggle? What is that? Is that a real Ford? That little thing? When did they make the squiggle? Okay, that's normal.
Because that's what I thought the Ford thing looked like until I saw this.
Maybe in the
Mandela
future?
Did they stop the squiggle at some point? They must have.
Or the opposite. Maybe they add the squiggle.
Dave, you can't bring up the squiggle without proper
I
information.
didn't do the research.
What's a modern Ford? Go to you put 2019 Ford Mustang. Let's see that. Let's see if they have the squiggle.
I think it has the squiggle now.
It does?
I think it does.
So maybe some
the squiggle.
asshole wanted to justify his existence by ruining their beautiful
Changed the logo.
Yeah.
Look at it. Let's see.
I mean, logos do change.
That is the squiggle.
That's the squiggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a new Mustang, so the squiggle is current.
Yeah.
Yep, the squiggle's current.
It really doesn't fit.
No, it looks stupid.
Yeah.
It would look better without that stupid squiggle.
Totally.
The only thing that's saving that squiggle is that no one noticed it up until now.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Now I'm never.
Whatever you think of Joe Rogan or not, it doesn't matter what you think. But what I showed us is you can see that everybody talks about it, but Joe Rogan's not really known for talking about the Mandela effects. A lot of times he stays away from it, but sometimes they do talk about it. And it is pretty interesting. Now, let me show you guys the Ford logo so you see a little bit on the bigger screen, so you guys can see what they're talking about. Here it is.
I just found a hubcap of a Ford, in a dump on one of my videos. So we'll have to go back and look and see which one it is, because hopefully that hubcap hasn't been uncovered since it was back there.
I mean, I can't sit here and tell you honestly at 100% exactly what I remember, but I mean, if you tell me to choose one, I'm going to choose the one on the bottom. That looks more correct as the symbol that I think I remember. The ones on top, that little circle they're talking about, I mean, when you start really thinking about it, it does look weird. It doesn't flow as smoothly as the one on the bottom. And it's hard for me to tell anybody what they remember because, a lot of you in the chat might not even be Ford cars, might be Chevy cars, Toyota cars, might not really look at logos on a car. I mean, when I look at stuff like this, I like to go to mechanics, maybe like mechanics, people who work on cars, and ask them what do they remember, because they're more around these things than we are. It's kind of like listening to somebody about engine sizes on a plane. Well, do you live by an airport? I mean, even if you live by an airport, I mean, how close can you see an engine on an airplane? I mean, I see engines on an airplane every freaking day when I take my son to school, because his school is in the middle of his school's aviation. It's a flight school, a high school flight school surrounded by airplanes. So I see the airplanes every day, and I can't tell with all the different engines that they have. Now here we go. Paranormal Chop Shop. Sonny works on cars. Hold on, I gotta stop something before there's too much noise. I got a robot here. Hold on. Okay.
What's up, Sonny? Good to see you, brother.
So Sonny, you work on cars. You're the Paranormal Chop Shop. Can you tell us what you looking at the Ford symbols? What do you remember? What is it to you? Is it the one on top, what it is now, or do you remember the one on the bottom? So I hope Sonny will answer us, because he's a mechanic. Paranormal Chop Shop. Anybody knows Fresno? Fresno's famous for chop shops. When people steal cars all around California, you know what they do? They take them to Fresno and they take it to a chop shop.
Yep.
And then they resell it to not the original owner. I'll just say that. That's what Fresno's famous for.
Have you ever been to Barstow and done one of those, road rage things when they crash into each other, last man standing wins, like a demolition derby? Have you ever seen one?
Oh, I've been to those, yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Fresno has, on the outskirts, they have a lot of those. One thing,
Barstow, Roman Pierce from, your favorite movie, Too Fast, Too Furious, he came from Barstow doing the demolition derby.
Oh, yeah. Barstow is not that far away from Fresno. One of the things I was surprised is when I was living up in upstate New York, they had a lot of dirt bike derbies out there. I'm like, really? Wow. I wouldn't even think that. Sonny must not really. He's probably watched. Oh, bottom. Okay. There he is. He did write something. Bottom. Okay. So, see? Now, Chop Shop, he works on vehicles. I'm not saying I don't take anybody's word at all, but since he works on vehicles, he sees these logos every day. I'm going to more be in line of what he thinks, because he works on this stuff every day. Love Connor, but if Connor says Sonny's a mechanic, but a mechanic might have more weight just because he works on this every day. So it's cool that a mechanic is saying he remembers the one on the bottom, which is the Mandela effect. So if people think that it's not real, then explain to me why a mechanic has the memory of the bottom, not the top.
I remember the bottom too, and I lived out of my Ford Contour for a whole year. So.
Okay. See, that's information you're going to ask people. That is real information. Okay, Connor thinks it's a Ford. Okay, so what is his connection with the Ford? He actually owns one. He lived out of one. When you live out of one, you know your vehicle more. Now, if somebody just owns a Toyota all their life, don't care about Fords and all that, his weight is going to be less to me than Connor, because Connor had a Ford and lived in one. I own a Ford F-150 outside. I don't really use it. I use it for garbage runs. That's my junk truck. It's not like it. There's a lot of repairs it needs, so I save it when I have to use it. So So guys, I think that's interesting. I think that's interesting, and I love hearing it from a mechanic. So Sonny, thank you for that. I'm trying to see what anybody else remembers. Too much information says bottom. Let me see if anybody else has an opinion. Top is too much. It is too much. It is. When you actually realize, when you're actually looking at it, you're like, God, that doesn't mix. And if I was Ford, I'm like looking at the bottom, I'm like, they should switch. Like, no, at the bottom is more of a flow. Let's make a change. Let's change it. Those little things is fun, free commercials. You know, it's like, hey, Ford logo has changed. We change it to what the people want it. They should run with it, my opinion. You know, let me see here. The top 15 classic cars, the bottom heavy trucks. Okay. Let me see here. Anybody else? I remember. Here we go. I remember both. The top was more recent. Okay, he remembers both, but the top is more recent. Well, yeah, the top is what it is now. So, Dina P, bottom. Walt, bottom. Find a picture of a light truck, a Ford light truck. What year? Is there a certain year you want me to look? I mean, I could definitely type that in here. You know, Ford light truck. See. I mean, let me see if I can zoom in. Sometimes it's hard to.
Definitely hard to tell.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's I mean, right there, you can see that little swirl. Even though I can't zoom in anymore, you can see that little swirl in that truck. But maybe here, let me type in a Ford 1984 is a good year. That was a good year. That was a good year for music. So, it really was. Come on, there's an album. You see, it's hard to. Oh, here we go. I can't zoom in anymore. God, that's the hardest part of because if I type in 1986 Ford logo, it's going to come up with the same logo that we have now. Here we go. Let me see here. I can't tell. It's too blurry. It's too blurry, man. I'm trying. Here we go. Oh, fuck. I can't even see there. It's all black there. Maybe this one? No. Okay. No. I tried. Yeah, Suzanne, it was a good year, right? 1984? My God. Panama. I won't sing, people. I'm sorry. I won't sing. A big fucking truck, not a big fucking truck, not a oot. That's not loud. Where's the bumpers went plastic? Yeah, you know what? You are right. All bumpers are plastic. There was a time. Well, God, all cars are fiberglass now. I mean, there's like no more of that metal trucks and stuff. And and it sucks when an old car gets in a car accident. It's always getting replaced now with aftermarket stuff that's plastic. So and all that. So guys, I don't know. That's pretty interesting in my opinion. It doesn't look right. And we had a mechanic. Sonny's mechanic remembers the bottom. Connor, who lived out of a Ford vehicle. When we live out of a vehicle, people, your vehicle. You truly know it. So beyond that, Connor did it. Today's Friday. I'll tell you guys what's going on for me. Of course, I'll be back on Monday with another episode like this. On Sunday, I'm going to be doing another Star Wars reading for you people. And how that will work is I do a reading for everybody, but whoever like joins the channel or like sponsor the channel, I will put you on top of the list. That is like my way of saying thank you, and then I'll just go throughout to the chat like I did yesterday, which was fun. It was positive. A lot of great people were loving it. And and all that, and I appreciate that. I try to add a little fun to it, a little magic. The appears of the ghost. If you're gonna do it. So, Oracle, before I go to Connor, what time is your reading show, or what time is that reading show with Chat and Molly? I think it's Molly. What time do they start theirs? You can let me know, because I want to do an hour before their show.
And did you know that Molly is Chad Smith's sister?
Yes.
Yeah. When I put that together, I was like, wow, it's so cool.
I remember because Chat was going to have Molly on his show, and his sister was Molly, and he had the name of it. And that's where I realized they're brother and sister. She couldn't make it because she got sick. So, yeah, you did a great job. And you know what? Purgatory Paranormal New York, I had to recover a little bit after that show, because I haven't done that Yoda voice in such a long time. When you try to react Yoda, and I was good at it at one time. I'll get better. Yes, you will. Let me see. You will. It takes a little bit from your throat, but I'll get the Yoda voice back. You must face your fears. Fears you will. The force is strong with the family. I'll get it. I'll get it back.
The more you do it, your endurance will be there too, so it won't be as hard, because it takes a lot just to even get a couple lines out. Soon it will just be like, just change your voice up being silly,
You don't hurt yourself. Hey, I used to do it all the time. And I remember at work, people will call in, and I was doing Yoda, and they're like, "What? Yoda?" And that was just fun. But you realize when you do something in a long time, even acting another voice, how much muscle that really is. But I'll get it down. So did she put in an answer what time they do their show? Let me see here. So just in the chat, just put in what time you guys do your show, because I don't want to overrun.
She said, read the cards and figure it out.
Read the cards? Oh, God.
No, she didn't say that. I'm just joking.
Oh, wow. It's Saturday in Australia. That's awesome. That's cool.
That is cool.
I think it helps to be 2 feet tall and green.
That's true.
Yeah. So Connor, I know Sunday you're going to be on Space Out Radio, and I think he already has the link up for you. Let me see if I can find it, and I put it in the chat, because I think he already has that link up.
Yep. Me and Jessica Jones going to be linking up. I'm super excited about that. We're going to be talking about our documentary, because she actually is a part of Matt and I's documentary as well. So I'm super pumped to, just chop it up. And then she's researched Chattahoochee area. I think I said it recently that she's friends with a couple of my favorite rappers. So she's an OG. I'm super excited to chop it up with her. And she's a mother. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms on Sunday. And yeah, there's me and my boy, Harry the Henderson. But yeah, man, I'm super pumped about Sunday. Yesterday was a great day, kayaking and looking for the sea serpent. I made a 25-minute video. Man, I'm going to see Doctor Strange tonight. So are you. Yep. So we got a really cool weekend ahead. I also am off tomorrow. So hopefully we're going to be filming some kind of documentary, or I'll be filming my own stuff. But
and I'll try to pop into Paranormal Chop Shop, because I'm watching it at 7. They start at 6, or maybe is it 6 or 5 today? I know sometimes they switch it off to 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. But if they do 5, I could pop in a little bit more and just say hi, and then I'm going to try this time to do a fast short when I get out, give you guys a fast reaction, because I'm always honest with this. And one thing I've heard is the critics are a little bit lower on this one because of the horror element. And if that's true, this is up my fucking alley, because I love when horror directors mix a little horror in their movies. Oh, 5 p.m. Cool. 5 p.m. So that means I could be in a little bit longer, say hi and all that, and then I start the movie at 7 p.m. and all that. And I love a little horror in movies, when it's done right, and I'm happy. And what's cool is Sam Raimi brought Spider-Man first time on the screen 20 years ago. So it's a 20-year anniversary for Spider-Man in a nerd world. And for Marvel, it's a 10-year anniversary for them when they started this Marvel universe. Started with Iron Man back 10 years ago. and it's almost like time's going by quick. So it's kind of cool that the first real main movie is actually you had Spider-Man. The multiverse technically came out last year to this year, which had Sam Raimi's Spider-Man guy in it. So it's kind of cool. And I wonder, I don't know, nobody said anything. Will Tobey Maguire show up in this too? Because it is his 10-year anniversary.
We got to just stay off the internet for like 4 more hours, because I'd be devastated if I get it spoiled.
I'm staying off of any new movie stuff on YouTube. There's a few people I know. I'll skip theirs and go to there because I'm keeping myself away because I don't want to know anything.
Yeah. And I saw Dina asked, is Nana Boss's show tomorrow? And I am pretty sure May 7th. So Saturdays are going to be her shows. And she's got some great guests already lined up. But I've heard Matt's guests that he has coming soon. And, oh, man, he's aiming big and hitting big. So I'm super excited. And the trailer to our documentary is going to come out in the next few days. He's going to set the premiere date here soon. Eric, what'd you think of the final trailer?
Oh man, I was emailing him back. I'm more impressed than ever because I was emailing him back and say, "Dude, who'd you get to edit that together?" I go, "Whoever edited that together did a great job because you had a mix of a little paranormal in there where you're thinking Bigfoot, is he evil?" I'm not trying to spoil anything, but I don't think that's really spoil anything. And then it goes into the Bigfoot. It goes into different shots and how it puts down together. And then he emailed me back. And he goes, "Hey, bro, I did all that editing myself." That's impressive.
Yeah, it is impressive.
It takes a lot of time to put this stuff together. Listen, it takes a lot of time to put this together, and I'm not like editing things together. Then you're trying to edit it, get the sound, get the music to mix in. I appreciate work like that. One of my favorite things about movies is behind the scenes. How do they do things? And what a good job he did just by himself. Wow. Yeah. And sometimes the best work comes from you, not from other people. And so man, I'm not going to show it. Of course, that's up. It's going to be on his channel, but maybe in the future, before his documentary, maybe he'll like, "Eric, you guys can show it now," but it's for his channel. We're
going to show the trailer at the conference in June too, with or through the projector. And if you ask my opinion, does he need to make any other edits to it? I think it's ready to go. Me too. I know an artist, a real artist, is never completely done with their stuff. They'll keep cutting it, keep tweaking it, the music, whatever, until the day of when they show it. But if he's listening, I know his mom is, he doesn't need to do a damn change to it. It's ready to go. Yep. I definitely think it's ready to go too, and I'm super excited. And then I'm just trying to see real quick. Thank you, Drake. And I was trying to find the Nona Boss website. I had it. Nona. And for you readers, buy my books, Erie Swamps Road Trip and Big Brother Bigfoot. And then BA10 for YetiBars.net. I'm trying to see if I got her channel right here, but I don't see if she has a link yet for the tomorrow's show. But I'll put her channel in here because she's going to be debuting her live show. So that's for this channel and May 7th. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm excited. And then she actually going to have me on, and I think we picked sometime in the middle of May, and then I'm actually going to be going on Matt's channel, Spectrum, in June. Heck yeah. So that's very cool. So beyond that, guys, man, seriously, jump over to Space Out Radio. It's a big crowd. There's always above 100 people watching.
and it's a good representation to go in there and be cool with everybody. I mean, you know what I mean? Don't go in there and be an ass, you know. Show their community, because they have a mix of a community, a mix of different people. And that's when you go in there and say, man, Connor representing well the UFOs, the paranormal, mixing it all together. And that's how you grow communities. Going on communities that does it all. Space Out Radio is just not UFOs, not aliens. They talk about everything. So that's a good channel to really try to expand your community. So support him. Show up. To be 100 people in there. Say hello to somebody in there you never saw before. Let them know how friendly you are, because people will respond more to kindness than to hate. I'm telling you, I know hate is like hate gives you views right off the bat. Everybody loves hate. But the thing is with hate, it doesn't grow subscribers. It really doesn't. Yeah, you might get 1,000 views because you did something that's hated. Yeah, you will. You'll get that fast 1,000 views. If that's what you want, that's great. But it doesn't grow your subscribers. Subscribers will stick around if they feel safe. So go in there, go to Space Out Radio, show some class, show some support, and let people know in the chat, hey, when I'm there, first thing I'm going to write is, I love it here. I am here to support Bigfoot and Nod. I let them know why I'm there. Because when people see that, wow, a lot of these people are here for Bigfoot and Nod, let's really check out his channel, because there's good people. I'm telling you, that's going to grow. And
for sure. I appreciate that. And if you ever see me on a panel, you know, tell them you're here for me if you're here for me. So then those people will put me on my own show.
And guys, I'm telling you one thing right now. When Connor goes on these shows, he does mention shows. He mentions legends when they're in the chat. He does a shout out. Look, right there. There's Flat Rock. He mentions people. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people sell themselves, and that's it. Not Connor. He sells everything. He sells his people. He sells friendship. And man, you can't buy that, guys. You cannot buy that. So beyond that, guys, have a great weekend. And all you mothers out there, I'm sharing my day with you. So we're gonna celebrate. I got a fucking right now in my fridge. I got a 14-pound brisket that I'm gonna start Saturday night, and that'll cook 15 to 18 hours. And when I eat that brisket,
14 pounds,
dude.
Does it lose weight after it's cooked? It has to, right?
Dude. I love shit like this. Let me move this fucking salad. Let me show you the size of my brisket. Oh, my fridge is ugly. My fridge is ugly. There we go. That. Look at that 14-pound brisket.
Wow. That's impressive, dude.
14 pounds. There's a
What's
reason.
The value on that.
There's a reason why. Actually, I'm trying to put it back in. It's kind of heavy. There we go. It's actually shit. Did I lose my audio? My bad.
No, we can hear you. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That actually a brisket. Believe it or not, that's actually $57.
Wow.
And I got and
a lot of people.
And it's from Costco. So it's good quality meat, and I got people coming over. And you know, I don't do a brisket very often because it takes about 17 to 18 hours to cook. So it's a whole process. And I'm actually going to be like on my, for members, they can see how I made pork butt on there. I'm actually going to be recording too. I'm not trying to sell a channel, but I'm going to show how I make the brisket and how I cook it, and I cut it. I'm going to put it on my channel for the members.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you know what I hate? When you have brain freezes and you can't remember what you made.
Subscribers, members, followers, they all, you know, it all sounds the same. And I think it's honestly a like maze of words that they
how
put
to cook
in.
carnitas.
Nice.
There it is. Carnitas. And it's for members only. And carnitas that one took me about 12 hours to make. Yeah, so I actually, guys, you might not believe it that I love cooking. I take art into cooking. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make a gypsy brisket. Now there's 1,000 channels. There's 1,000 channels on how they make it. Nah, fuck them. I'll show you how to make a fucking brisket. And then when it's done, if you do it right, it fucking melts in your goddamn mouth. I swear to God, it melts in your mouth. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so fucking hungry. I can't and all that. But beyond that, guys, I got to get going to pick up kids. It's Friday, early out day for kids. And I want to thank Connor for jumping on. It's always fun. And I think today was great. And beyond that, I want to see all of you on Sunday morning with me. Then go to Oracles Beyond. And then at nighttime for the kicker, you got Connor Space Out Radio. Dude, you don't get better than that. And then on Tuesday, we're going to be live at 5 o'clock Pacific with Identified S4 UFOs. I mean, it's a great couple fucking weeks. And Nona Boss is going to broadcast her show for the first time tomorrow. I mean, my God, they're so exciting. I mean, the community is these are the good people of the community. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get out of here, but it's just so
Eric, real quick though, I did an interview yesterday with the newspaper, and they're a little slower pace. You should have heard her. Like, her mind was just blown. Just think, like, when I was on Bigfoot Odyssey, just that speed, just man. But she writes for like 4 different newspapers, so hopefully the article will be pretty widespread. So we'll be talking about that on a breaking news here soon too. Pretty pumped.
And then beyond that, guys, you guys have a great weekend and happy Mother's Day to you all. And then see you guys later.
Happy Mother's Day.